what's up, y'all? Hey, listen, I was thinking about something right quick. Um, I was thinking about this, man. Have you ever wondered, um, or have you ever heard, um, when I was growing up, in my, in my religion, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger, I was a Methodist, you know, and I remember hearing the pastor say, "Oh, sweet Jesus," you see, and then he'll talk about the story of Jesus and things like that, and then you hear a lot of men say how much they love Jesus and ooh, you know, Jesus, you know, I just love him so much, you see. And when you get older, and this is how you hear most men talk about this man that was living 2,000 years ago, as the book read, you see. And then, you know, late 70s, you see, um, you start learning some things and learning movements from some of your Israelite brothers, you see. I said 70s, in the 1970s, you see. I'm not talking about this new shit today. I'm talking about in the 1970s. You know, because people be thinking you brand new to this shit. People, I mean, for real, they be thinking you brand new, and it's like, you know, they didn't get it right then, and I don't know if they're getting it right now. You see, but anyway, um, then you listen to some of these brothers, and they say that they do the same thing. Oh, sweet Jesus, you know, and a lot of them, you know, they sound feminine. They sound real effeminate when they talk about how much they love this man. You see, and how much they care about this man and what this man done for them. You know, oh, their sweet Yahusha. This is what they say. You see how much they love him. You see, ask them have they saw him in the physical alive. Ask those who believe in the word Jesus as a physical being. Ask them have they saw that being breathing and alive. Ask them have they saw Yahushua, you see, breathing and alive. You see, and if they say no, ask them why not. Ask them why haven't they saw this being whom they say they love. You see, and you know, said it's their rock. It's their strength. Ask them how come they haven't seen this being that they say is alive or coming. You see, the reason why I'm speaking on this, man, is because you know when you're here in a place in the land of your ancestors, and you know there was slavery taking on, you know, was taking place, and you know the atrocities that was happening and the horrific things that was going on, the living imps and the living devils and the living monsters and the living demons, all these beings that was hunting people that looked like me, myself. You see, these were the living entities that was walking the earth back then. You see, now they still are, but they have covers on right now. You'd see invisible cloaks and shit. You know what I'm saying? You see, and And, you know, for a while during that time, we started saying, you know, oh, sweet Jesus, because we were afraid. You see, we were afraid. But something in our soul kept us alive before they allowed us to read the book. Oh, sweet Jesus, I believe, was already inside of the people, because I think the people was Jesus. You see, because they love to hang us on trees. You know what I'm saying? They like castration. You see, they like to stick you with knives and things all up in your torso. You see, they like to whip you. Everything that the Bible say they did to Jesus, they done to this body of people. You see, I'm just saying, you know, just imagine if something came from the womb. You see, and they're thing that they beat out of the people whom the world hates. Just imagine if that being came out the womb of those people, and he was standing and walking and going through the same thing that everybody else go through, but everybody love to talk about sweet Yahushua or sweet Jesus. You see, everybody love to talk about these bodies, but for some reason they can't give that same energy to the physical beings that's in front of them and that's talking to them, that's walking with them, that might be on the corner asking you for a quarter. They might be on the corner pissed off because they don't know what to do, because they don't know if they really had kids or not. But the child support papers in the court says they say they do, and you can't go to court because everybody hates you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to do. You don't know how to fish things out. You know what I'm saying? Because you were deadbeat. You see? What if you was old sweet Jesus? What is old sweet Jesus or Yeshua was going through some shit through the government, and all these things was so heavy on him that he didn't know what to do, you know, and throughout the years he just grew into this fiery ball. You see, that the world gave him through his mother and through her mother, and, you know, parents and fathers, and, you know, all that type of stuff going back in the day. You see, what if he had all of that in him, and he's in the world now, and he's the lowest of the lowest? You see, and he's right in the midst of everyone. Have you ever felt like you can be prepared for something like that? Why aren't people prepared for something that's similar to that? Or do you believe that that would happen? Because if it would happen, if your sweet Jesus came totally different than what you think, you see, and he needed you to help him, you see, because he can't do it himself, because himself is you, you see, but you hate his guts because he looks like you, you see. Just imagine that. Just imagine he's listening to people say how much they love him, you see, and he's right in your face, and you condemn him. You call him a devil. You say that he's evil. You say that he's all these other type things in the world, and you're saying it right in his face, but at the same time you're reading a book, and the book says, and you're talking about how much he's loving people, or how much you love him. I mean, just imagine this. Just imagine a being know who he is, but he can't come out because you motherfuckers ready to kill him, because he get limbs and shit like you. What if that was a possibility? You see what I'm saying? Would you be prepared for that? How come ain't nobody thinking about that shit? You see what I'm saying? How can ain't nobody just imagine a young brother right here, a young brother in their 20s and shit, taking a gun, putting it up on a young Jesus head right now and telling him to strip. Telling that nigga to strip. You see what I'm saying? Break yourself. You see? You think he gonna do some magical powers and miracles and they like your book said he do? You see what I'm saying? You see? Just imagine if he was the God of the universe and he's allowing this stuff to happen so you can see you. So he can see if what you say was real. So he put himself down here and see if you really believe in him. Yeah. The one who's in control of all the universes. And he just came down here in a being. Just imagine that power. And he just let y'all do what y'all want to do to him. And so then he cursed y'all motherfucking ass for 400, 500 years because y'all ass ain't listening. And then here we go again. You're doing the same thing, and y'all ain't listening because you don't know how to attack. You don't know how to grab your brothers and sisters out here, or you don't know how to read the signs. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to read the symbols. You're quick to call people devils and you know what I'm saying and evil and demons and shit. And don't even know what that shit mean. You know, don't even know who's in control of those things, as if they living on without order. You know what I'm saying? As if they living without order, as if the Most High has an enemy. I don't know.